exactly clear.
How to install the Madbull Daniel Defense RIS II rail onto an actual firearm. So this is the easiest way you're going to find to do it. So let me actually grab something real quick. I forgot my calipers, but yeah, it's very simple. The things you'll need is some sort of vice block, obviously, to mount your upper end. I recommend these NC Star ones. These just are pretty fucking sweet. You'll need the bolt up or the hardware kit from the RIS II hardware kit from Daniel Defense. So that will include 6 handguard rail screws with the nylon washers. It will include all the bolt up plate hardware. It will include the bolt up plate itself and the barrel nut. And yeah. And then also you'll need the Madbull Daniel Defense rail. That from there, it will include all the same stuff as your bolt-up kit. However, what you'll need from there, you only need 4 things from the airsoft stuff. The rest of them we're going to be using the real ones. We're going to be needing 4 of these screws, the cap head 4mm screws from the bolt-up kit. We need 4 of those, and then we need 2 of those same size screws from the actual Daniel Defense bolt-up kit. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all these things now. Now the real bolt-up kit bolts right here will not fit the actual aluminum. However, the real bolt-up kit, or the real hardware kit screws will actually fit your airsoft rail. So how does that make sense? It does not make sense to me. But I mean, that's how it is, so that's how we're gonna roll. But yeah. Anyways, you also need a wide flathead screwdriver, a 4mm Allen key. If you also have one of these flexible extensions from these Harbor Freight kit things, it's gonna help you a lot. Otherwise, you can just do it with the Allen key. You'll need some sort of scope mount base or carry handle, or a rail alignment tool if you have that, and a vertical foregrip, preferably one of these Knights Armament style with the bowed end or the tip right here. You also need some thread locker, and I already have the instructions here for the RIS II, so we'll go over them real quick. It's just to give you the torque specs and stuff like that. And there's apparently a bolt-up pattern. We're doing the exact opposite of the bolt-up pattern. And then you'll need some washers here, not washers, but yeah, washers that are really thin. I think these are like 532 or something like that. And then you need a file to file these out to be able to fit the actual screws. So the thickness of these boyos, let me see here. I'll give it to you in freedom units and metric. Okay. So freedom units first, we got 32 thousandths of an inch. 29,000. You can get these little washer kits. Yeah, 26. So roughly anywhere from 26 to 30,000. Yeah, of an inch. These are these things right here. All right, you can get them from the kits that come with a bunch of little washers from like Harbor Freight and stuff like that. That's where I got these from. And I just filed them out with a hand file. Oh, and metric. We're not going to measure all of them. 71 hundredths of a millimeter. 82 hundredths. 77. So yeah, all within that same there. 69 hundredths. So very thin stuff. And we'll need those 2 for shimming it out. So I've already saved us some time by already putting the bolt-up plate on, and oh, I forgot you also need the barrel nut wrench or a strong castle nut wrench, and torque that up to 55 foot-pounds. I've already done that. This is the real bolt-up kit plate and the real barrel nut. As you see, this is torqued down to 55, no more, no less, and you can see it still rattles back and forth. That's how it's supposed to be. I've already installed my low profile gas block from Aero Precision, and my muzzle device. So the only thing we have left to do now is to go on ahead, and we're going to take our rail, we're going to slide it on over, and we're going to line up the bolt-up plate with the little slots here. Alrighty, we're going to take our optic, straddle the two pieces, make sure we're pushing towards the back here. We're trying to line it up, and we're going to go ahead and tighten it down. Alright, this is going to keep us straight. Okay. Now, what we need to do is, oops, before we do that, actually, I forgot this next step. We got to install the washer stuff, so this is it. We don't need to take it off all the way. Just need to get the Imperial screws. Okay, this is one of them because it still has some of that thread locker shit on it. And here's the other one. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to have some blue Loctite. Don't use red Loctite because there's no way to get it off. So we're going to put some blue Loctite on there. Let's set this to the side. Some blue Loctite. Alright, set that to the side. We're going to take 2 washers per side. And what we're going to do is we're going to put them between the rail and the bolt-up plate. So this is going to take it out of your vise. We're going to go ahead and flip the rail upside down. We're going to take the 2 shims each, and the rail, the bottom ones are going to go in from the top. So we're going to wiggle these on in, use our Allen key to kind of get them onto this screw. Alright, and then we're going to start it a little bit. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. Oh, we're winning too easy. It's alright. Just gotta get him in. We'll be fine. Alright. Yep. Needs to come over a little bit. Hold on. This is the most annoying part. I promise. There we go. Now it's in. Okay, so now once those are in, come back to get our vise. Okay. Next, we're going to take, we didn't type those all the way down for a reason. I'm going to take these. And then now we're going to straddle this over. Pull it back towards the receiver. And we're good. It's going to keep us from moving from side to side. Now we keep this perfectly aligned. And I'll keep it holding up. So we're going to just double check. See how it's lined up perfectly in the center. And get some thread locker. Put it all over these bitches. So you shooting blanks, these things are gonna get fucking loosey-goosey if you don't thread lock these in. Alright. Okay. These are all from the airsoft bolt-up kit. And then yeah, from the other side. So this is how our bolter pattern is going to be. So we're going to do it this way. We're going to torque down, or first we're going to snug them all down first. Make sure they contact the rail. Okay. So that way we have an even playing field. Okay, now Daniel fence saying torque the outer ones first, and that's what we're going to follow. We're going to torque them down 35 foot-pounds, which is hand tight with an Allen key. So we're going to give it a torque. So a twist here, and give a twist here. Come back, give a twist here. Come back, give a twist here. Okay. Come back over here. Okay. Torque that down at 90 degrees. Come up here. We're going to until we hit the wall. Okay. Since I would have not been able to turn as much on this side, we're going to come back up here and we're going to go, once we hit that little torque bit, we're going to go hit a 90 degree from our start. So that's torque down foot-pounds, or foot-pounds. This is going to be, it's not going to affect how your bail is, because this is just left to right. Now, we're going to, they say you're supposed to do the top, we're doing the bottom, because we need to buck this up against these shims and flatten these out. So these we're going to torque now. Oops. That one a little bit. Okay, that one a little bit. A little bit. And get this one a little bit. Alright, we do the same thing. Now that they're snug, come over here and we do 90 degrees from where we start torquing. So it's going to be straight up and down in this case. Okay, that's 90 degrees. Alright, that is torqued. Okay, same thing with this one, 90 degrees. That is torqued. Take a look at our muzzle. We're still perfectly centered. Okay, so that's, the shims are doing their job. Now, we're going to come over here. We're going to do the tops. Okay, we're going to have to snug these back up. These should not have changed at all. Alright, now we need to remove our optic. Alright, just check, make sure we're straight. Yep, we're straight still. And now we're going to torque these down. Okay, snug them up. And snug them up. Okay, so now these are exactly the same as snugging. Now we're going to do it again, the same 90 degree thing. So find a reference. So here's this nice and easy, straight up and down. And we're going to move it to the side here. Alright, that's 90 degree from where I started. That's torque now. Do the same thing. Gotta find it at a 90 degree position. Okay. And it's 90 degrees from where I started. So that is not torqued. So we'll go ahead and remove it from the vise. Check and make sure that we're still centered, and we are. Okay, so now we're done with that. Final step is to install the handguard. Now what you're going to do is the front is going to be longer distance between here and here. I put some grease on here. You're going to go ahead and put your vertical grip on and just straddle it like this. Straddle the end, and we're going to go ahead and tighten it up as best as we can. Okay, it's not staying on there because we're not making an SBR. This is gonna, we have to use it to align it to keep it the right way. So we're gonna go ahead and put some thread locker on our other screws. Make sure the washers are on there. And then we're going to go ahead and just set this up in there. Alright, see how this is contacting? Right here. This is where we need it. Alright. Because that's going to keep this pulled down enough so that we're able to put our rail covers on. So I'm going to go ahead and drop all these on. Go ahead and just start them by hand. Just a little bit. Okay. That's on in. Come on over to the other side. Same thing. Start them. Oops. Okay. So now that we're in, we have the vertical grip pulling the rail down, so that way it's not going to go too far up, because we shim the bottom. That's kind of like an issue, I guess. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten this side down. Come over here, on the other side down. Back over here, tighten this side down. Back over here, tighten this side down. Okay. Now, this is a little coolio little thing. I gotta do a 90-degree on here. So now we're gonna tighten them all the way down. Okay. 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 And then now we can remove our vertical grip. And as you see, it comes on and off, no issue. That's how we know it's lined up. If you don't do this, you won't be able to put this on. And well, obviously, if you have an SBR, you can do that. You wouldn't be able to put your rail covers. I use the Knights Armament style ones because I like those. So if you don't do this, you will not be able to put your Knights Armament rail covers on. So, but yeah, notice how this moves nice and freely now. So that's what you need, and there you go. You have now an airsoft rail attached to your real gun. And I've tested this already with live rounds and blanks. Got this pretty hot, and yeah, we're good. I just had to take this apart to put thread locker on it, but yeah, if you guys got any questions, let me know. I'll try to answer them the best I can, but I mean, this is pretty straightforward. There should be no questions after this. As far as torque specs, if you need that, you can get this off the AR15 website. I don't know if I said it already, but yeah, it's printed out. It's a nice thing to have. The bolt-up kit itself costs $40. Daniel Defense gives you free shipping. One thing I didn't have issue with, I was missing one of these screws. Contact Daniel Defense. They got back to me about a week later. Sent me out all new bolt-up screws, and then they also sent in a free bottle opener keychain. So yeah, it was pretty decent. Best customer service I had. No questions asked. No. There you go. They just sent it out. So that was cool. So definitely great experience with BCM, Daniel Defense. The rails you can get off of evike.com for, well, they were $85. Now they're $110, 100 something around there. So still a lot cheaper than the $440 Daniel Defense rail. So yeah. So yeah. Thanks for watching, and subscribe.